Hi, welcome to Tarot Tuesday, where I go live every single Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and answer your questions. If you've never been here before, my name is Alison. This is Ancient Oak Psychic Arts, and I just want to show you, we went over that 100,000 subscriber mark, so I just wanted to show you guys, this is what it looks like. Very cool. So I'm going to keep that there for a while instead of the cat. So, yay! I'm super excited by it. So, sorry we're a little late today. I had a lot of things happen today, which have been really exciting and interesting. And so it interfered just a little bit with getting here on time. I'm working on that. All right, so what to tell you? A lot of questions came in. So I hope everybody is here and they're ready to have a good time. Hi, everybody. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Ken. I think I saw Amanda. Let me just scroll. Sherry. Hey, Sherry. Yay, everybody's here. Okay. So just to let you know, we did have a lot of questions come in. So we're getting ready to go to Friday the 13th. That's coming up this week, which I think is a lot of fun. And we have an interesting question tonight. Somebody's asking about the Epstein files. So this should be a good show. I like that. You know, I usually don't do a lot of politics on this channel just because of the censorship on YouTube, not because I don't want to dive into it. I do find it fascinating what's going on. I don't watch the news, but I do have some things randomly show up here and there. So we're going to pull the energy on that. What else to tell you? So you can visit my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com. There you can go ahead and book a service with me. You can take advantage of the sale. I've got 2 sales going at the same time because it's Aquarius season. So for all the Aquarians, you don't have to be an Aquarius to take advantage of that, but it's an Aquarian sale. And Valentine's Day, that is this Saturday. I'm in the United States, so it might be a different time where you're at. Super excited by that. When you're on my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com, same name as the channel, you can also sign up for the free newsletter that'll also give you some insight into things that are going on. We're going to try and have a gathering coming up, I hope this spring. It depends on if we can find a facility, a venue to host it at, but I know a lot of people said that they were interested, so it will be in Florida because that's where I'm currently at right now. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely sign up for the newsletter because you will be the first to know, and there will definitely be limited places. So definitely do that. You can also, like I said, book a personal reading, missing person consultation. If you or someone you know has a missing person and you want me to look at it psychically, definitely go ahead and check that out. See if that's the right service for you. You can also visit the Learning Center where I have my 4-week manifestation masterclass, which just ended a couple of weeks ago. I also have an online tarot masterclass that'll be coming up late spring, so look for that. I also do private lessons on intuition development, one-on-one tarot lessons, raising your vibration, manifestation. And if you're not aware, I have a daily tarot that I put out. So if you're looking for that, it's that short and sweet segment. Definitely look for that each day. Hit the notification bell and you'll see that come out. It's posted at midnight Eastern Standard Time. So wherever that's going to arrive where you're at. Obviously, Tarot Tuesday, that's where you're at today. And then also your Zodiac readings. What else to tell you? You can join the channel if you want. I had to change, just to FYI, I had to change what I'm including in the membership. So it's really just a way for you to support the channel. So go ahead and look at the new description for that. The only one that really has something extra is going to be the earth one, because it's earth, air, fire, water. So definitely take a look at that. See if that's something you're interested in. What else? We are doing the members shout out for sure. So this is what we're going to do tonight. So especially if you're new here, if you are a member and you're watching and we say members shout out, sign off in the chat. Just say hi, say I'm here, whatever it is that you want to say so we see it. You have an icon next to your name. We will then put you in this bowl. And I'm going to mix it up. And then I'm going to pull a name out. And this would be Susan. So Susan, we get a free question tonight during the live. And then don't forget, in addition to that, you can ask a question. So you can have 2 questions. That's the only time you can have 2 questions on a live. You can ask a question every single week, but for 2 in 1 show, that's how it comes down to that. Let's see what else. Again, don't forget to hit the notification bell, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment if today's show resonates with you. Let me know where you're watching from. And again, not just in the chat, but after the video post, it really helps out the algorithm. I appreciate it. What else to tell you? I'm going to do a general reading today for the collective. So that's going to happen at the end of the show. So that's going to be for everybody watching live in the replay or whenever this video happens to find you. And I just want to say a special thank you to all the new subscribers, the new and the returning subscribers. I so appreciate your love and support. Really means a lot to me. In the comments, I so appreciate those heartfelt comments that you guys are posting. It really means a lot to me. And I don't get a chance to read everything because so many come in, because it's on all the videos. People are even commenting on things that were like a year ago. So I have thousands come in, so I try and do my best. And one of the ones that just showed up from, I don't even know when, I tried to find the original post and it's not letting me go back. I think it was from September, is from a moderator we had on here, from Linda. So Linda, if you are watching, not Linda who always asks a question each week, this was moderator Linda. I never saw your response when you were telling me why you were no longer a moderator on here. And I just read it yesterday and I was thinking, oh my God, I'm sorry if you thought I did not respond. I never saw it come in. The best way to reach me directly is to fill out the contact form on my website, because those posts, I mean, sometimes I'll get 500 responses in a day and I might not be able to get through all of them, and then they just get buried and buried and buried, and I'll never find it again. But I saw that, Linda, and so I really feel for what it is that you're going through. Again, feel free to reach out to me through the contact form, and I hope that it's resolved itself. But let me know, because we loved having you here, and all of a sudden you were just gone. So I hope you're okay. So thank you, Linda. What else to tell you? So here we go. We've got 2 guidelines for the show. General guidelines for the live tarot readings are 1 question per show. Like I said, that way it doesn't become one person's personal reading. It gives everybody the opportunity to ask a question. And the second rule is no bad language or topics. Keep it family friendly for YouTube. However, we're going to be, somebody asked a question about the Epstein files. So I will use masked language for YouTube, okay? Submit your questions before or during the show, and they will be answered live, because we're in different time zones. People have different schedules. A lot of people submit their questions in advance, either days in advance or the day of the show. So that is normal. So you'll see me read the pre-submitted questions and the live with SuperChat. All right, so it is, let's see, all the information for that is in the description below. And if you're in the chat, the moderators can definitely help you with that. I'm just going to scroll a little bit. All right. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hi, Lisa Lee. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We have the best community. I feel so lucky with everybody that is showing up and all the new people. Really, it is just a great, down-to-earth, realistic, beautiful group of people that we have. You know, I really, really love it. Okay, so here we go. We have a disclaimer. So this is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a therapist, and I do not give psychiatric, legal, financial, or medical advice. All right, first one up is Linda, and then Ava, I think you submitted one too, so I'm going to come over. No, I haven't had them. My God, don't tell me they're in the Epstein files. Don't tell me that's part of what is in that meat. I don't know. Yum. Well, okay. I just have to say that. All right, so this is from Linda. Hi, Alison. Love your lives and Pisces videos. What does the universe want to tell me today? Thank you, Linda. Okay. All right, so here we go. So Linda, Miss Pisces. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I am going to use this deck for you, Linda. I feel called to use this deck for you. All right, so what does the universe want to tell Linda today? And we haven't seen Ruth forever either. I don't know if she's in the chat, but I hope she's okay too. All right, here we go. All right, so this is for Linda. What does the universe want to tell Linda today? We have Page of Rods. We have Knight of Rods and the Ace of Cups. Oh, Linda, how beautiful. So another word for rods is wands. So we have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Gorgeous cards. I love this deck. I think it's beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. So what this is telling me, Linda, is that it's a lot of it is action, and it's action to do something that you love, whether it's in a relationship, like so for a friendship or for a romantic relationship. But this is about you getting the show on the road. This is about you moving. This is telling me that it's about you taking that first step with enthusiasm. This is you really getting excited to go ahead and start moving towards something in your future, because this knight's on a mission and he's moving forward also. And this is a very, very, very fast moving card. And this is really telling me that you don't really have any time to waste, is what this is telling me. And this is a great time for you to turn around and start going towards something that you truly desire and love, a new beginning. I don't really feel like this is rekindling an old relationship, but I do feel that it is a new beginning that's coming in. And I feel like it's something that you've meditated on. And I think that's what this flower is telling me, that it's something about you being in this flow, this energetic flow, that mind, body, soul connection going up to source. And that's allowing you to attract this abundance and prosperity. But it's you not waiting around, not you pondering it, not you procrastinating. And it's not so much that you're a procrastinator, because that's not the energy that I'm getting from you. But what it is there's something about you needing to take action now and not waiting, because we're looking at 2 action cards. And that's really telling me that time is of the essence right now for you to make a move for a new beginning. I think that you will be very much at peace once you make that move. I think that this is you letting your heart guide you. You're not leaving your mind behind, but you're letting your heart guide you. I think that this is also allowing you to have a spiritual connection to what it is that you're choosing. But this is you doing it very quickly. So I hope that that helps. There's something about not wasting time. I hope that that makes sense to you. Okay. Thank you for your question. All right. Hey, Bebo. All right, here we go. So thank you, Linda, for your question. Let me come over to Ava. Is it going to let me scroll back? No, it's not. Okay, Ava, I have to find your question. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Hey, Ava. Nice to see you. Hi, Alison. Great Cancer reading. What does the universe want me to know about my relationship? Okay, let's find out. Yeah, Cancer, a lot going on. Always with Cancer. Can you believe that? Always. All right. So let me get a little bit of tea. I have my pine needle tea tonight. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and what does the universe want to tell Ava about her relationship? Okay. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the Lovers card, and we have the 4 of Swords. Okay, so I'm going to have to put my finger over this because there's censorship on YouTube. So we have the 7 of Cups. Hold on there. We have a beautiful Lovers card. It's absolutely beautiful, by the way. It's unfortunate I have to cover it up. And then we have the 4 of Swords. So this is really telling me that you have a lot of choices in this relationship. Some are good, some are bad. It's about you choosing wisely, and it's also about you seeing all the different choices for what they are. So this is about you waiting for truth. If you have clouded judgment, like maybe, for example, because we're looking at cups, if your emotions are coming in and clouding your judgment, this is for you to wait before you make a decision. Wait for that clarity and wait for the right choice to reveal itself to you. Because we have the Lovers card here. This is choices from the heart. This is really telling me that, this could be a really good relationship. I mean, if you're looking for a relationship and the Lovers card comes up or the 2 of Cups comes up, you're looking at a potential, a soulmate connection. You know, I don't always want to say that for that card, but that is a real deep connection where you both feel it spiritually. There's an exchange and it's divinely blessed by God. And so that's making that choice from the heart, and they are too. But they have to want to be there. This again is telling me there's a lot of different choices. So that tells me it's about you choosing what type of terms you want that relationship to be on, to meditate on that. Because this is about you feeling very comfortable in that relationship. Four of Swords to me, the way it's aspected here, is you thinking about the type of parameters you want in a relationship and thinking about it, meditating on it. What makes you comfortable in a relationship, safe and secure? What are the boundaries? And having that discussion eventually with that person, because you know, the worst thing is that you've got your boundaries and they don't know what they are. You kind of need to have a discussion going back and forth. But this tells me that it's just a matter of you starting to set those boundaries and have that type of communication, but you're thinking about what you want that parameter to be, because I think this person is really coming to you with a very loving energy. Whether they pull back here and there, maybe they get scared, maybe they come back again, whatever the situation might be, I think with parameters and expectations being discussed, I think that everybody knows where they stand. And when they honestly discuss their feelings, I think that makes the choices easier to reveal and to have more clarity. Wow, the Lovers card came up for relationship. We're just headed into Valentine's Day. Oh my God. That's what the universe wants to tell you, Ava. Gorgeous energy. I think that there's a lot to it. A lot. I think a lot of discussion needs to take place. Swords are thoughts, words, and ideas. I hope that makes sense. Nice to see you, Kevin. I'm glad you're here too. I love your comments. Thank you for that. And again, you know what? And I want to thank everybody for hyping my videos. I didn't really know exactly what that was, but a lot of people have been saying they're doing that. So thank you so much to everyone that's doing that. And Kevin, I love your comments. Thank you. All right. So Ava, does that make sense? Yeah, love's in the air for Ava. Wow. That is for sure. Nice to see you, boss. Okay. Yay, from London, from Russia. Yay. Oh my God, all the places I want to go. I love it. I love it. Yeah, they have limits. See, and I thought the limits were 2. So, you know, I hope I was one of the ones you got a chance to hype. But yeah, I don't really know. I tried to hype my friends and she doesn't even have the ability to hype on her. So I'm not exactly sure what the ground rules are. All right, so here we go. Next one. This is going to be from David and Karen. Okay, so this is, all right, everybody get ready. This is the Epstein question. I don't know why my throat. Hi, Alison. This sounds so crazy and disgusting. To what degree are the Epstein files accurate or real? Is it true they like little people, cannibals, and Luciferians? Thanks, David and Karen. All right, let's take a look at that. Hey, from Miami. Okay. So let's take a look at this. So I'm going to make a special exception. I normally say one question per show, but because I think that this is... I think it's so crazy too, and I think that this world is just not what we think it is. And I say that as a psychic and a tarot reader, and all the stuff that I get to see from the occult, having experiences with the supernatural. I mean, I've seen so much crazy shit. So I want to take a look at this. So I'm going to break it down in a couple of different questions, everybody, because I think that this is important. Because are they releasing that information? And is it something that is controlled information? Did they do that on purpose to guide you in a certain way? So you're looking over here and you don't really know exactly what they're doing because names are redacted. I mean, is it true or is it more propaganda? Right? We don't know. So let's go ahead and see what the energy is around it. Remember, I pull energy, okay? So are the Epstein files accurate or real? Let's ask that question first. Okay, here we go. Are the Epstein files accurate or real? Oh my God, I just got the chills. We've got the Fool, the Seven of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. So for me, yeah, that's their journey. And the Seven of Swords is a card of deception. Yeah, that they're all about having that deception coming in. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles. So this really tells me that there's some truth in it and there's some untruths. This is telling me that it's kind of I want to say 50-50. You know, there might be some other things in there that have just been thrown in there just to maybe titillate the audience or to send you down a different path. Maybe looking at different connections. Maybe they threw people's names in there that they think that they want you to see, like they're throwing other people under the bus. You know, think about it as when if not everybody in Hollywood was a pedo, okay? But when if there were people that were calling them out and they want to throw those people under the bus, right? We don't know what their agenda is, but what I can tell you is that there's a lot of deception going on, okay? And that is exactly what they want. That's their journey. So yes, I would say that it is absolutely real and accurate, but not all of the things that they're showing everybody are 100% real. Okay, there's some falsehoods being thrown in there. So the next question, is it true that they do bad things to young adults? They're not even adults, young people. And we all know what that is. I can't say the word on here. I really want to because I'm an adult and I'd like to be able to talk like an adult, but here we go. All right. Is it true that they do that to young people? Oh, fuck. Sorry. How disgusting. Three of Cups, Three of Cups, Five of Cups, and the High Priestess. So fucking gross. Three of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the High Priestess. They drink their blood. This is a time of partying and rejoicing when they are doing those horrible things to children, and the children are just destroyed. There's a separation. So this is where that compartmentalization takes place, and this is what the kids feel like. The kids are destroyed. This is a card of loss and bereavement. A part of that child is dead inside. It actually dies, right? They're damaging them, right? The psyche. So yeah, but they're drinking their blood. You cannot make this up. I know this is supposed to be wine, but when you ask a question, right, use inference. Look at that. The High Priestess, it's a ceremony. The one of the questions, are they Luciferians? Listen, they have a high priest. They have someone that conducts this, a dark magician. Absolutely. Someone is tapped in during this ceremony. It's not that they're just doing it to do it. They do it to utilize that energy to break someone and harness that energy to create something dark for themselves. All right, next question. Sorry, you know what? I hate this stuff. I can't even believe it goes on. It's so bizarre. I just don't even think they're human, to be honest. And I know that that sounds really funny, but I really don't think that they're human. All right, so here we go. So next question. Is it true that they are cannibals? Let's find out. I'm pulling energy. Remember that, guys. I am pulling energy. Is it true that they are cannibals? Yeah, it is beyond evil. It's bizarre. Okay, so is it true that they are cannibals? We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Hierophant. Yes, it is. And they're more than that. Okay, so we have this Eight of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords. and we have the Hierophant. So the High Priestess is the priestess, and now we have the priest. So again, when we're looking at cannibals, this is a religious experience. This allows them to transition to the next level. They're looking for that ninth cup, which is wish fulfillment, by them eating the flesh of a child. Now, I don't know the background. I am definitely not into that, right? So, and I don't know what they do, but the energy that's coming through to me is that allows them to transform or transport or get some type of wish fulfillment, because that's what this card is. This card is walking away to get to the next level. It's almost like an initiation. If they eat that flesh, they're able to go to the next level in this group. They're able to get this next accomplishment coming in, this next, they serve that master, right? The dark. So I think the worse that their activity or behavior is, the more they think that they get something in this life, whatever that is. Queen of Swords, this is seeing it for what it is. They are absolutely cannibals. This is truth. This is no holding back. This is having clarity, and they're going to continue to do it. Just because they've been outed doesn't mean they're going to stop, because this queen is looking to the future. They're going to continue it because that's who they are. They're not going to change. That's for sure. That is who they are and what they're going to do. And it's also a ceremony. This really tells me that it's one of those moments where, it's done in a religious ceremony, their type of religion, the dark. It's literally done with purpose and intention. It's not just some serial killer on the street that's killing somebody and then eating them because they ate bath salts or smoked bath salts. Remember that in Florida where that guy was eating someone's face? It's not that. This is done with intention. This is done with ceremony. This is done in a certain manner. They have like a rule book that they're going by. So yes, they are. And they do it for a reason. They just don't do it to do it. There is an intention behind everything. So, and are they Luciferians? All right, let's go ahead and find out. I think the term, and I don't know, Sabbaty and Francus, from what I understand, and that's part of the Masons, and so let's see. So is it true? Are they Luciferians? Let's find out. Here we go. We have the Empress. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Three of Pentacles. So I think that is, okay, let me show you the cards first before I'm getting so much information coming in. We have the Empress, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the Three of Pentacles. So there's several groups. It's not just Luciferians, and I'm getting the goosebumps. I really think that it's a lot of different secret societies. A lot. And I think that it's stuff that we've never even heard of, that's from such antiquity that it's things that maybe all of us don't even know exist anymore, because they've done their very best to hide that knowledge. I think it goes back a lot further than that. But I do feel the Empress is here. I do feel that that there's someone that sits on the throne, but I feel that it's not just Luciferian. I feel what's coming in. Yes, there is a faction for that, but I'm being shown that it's a bigger picture than that. I'm being shown that there's also some group where there's a female that's in charge. I don't know what that group is, but I feel that there's a group that a female is actually in charge and she calls the shots. I do feel that there's a lot of people that are following this no matter what, and they go along with it, and it doesn't even faze them, almost like they're psychopaths. Like they've lost that aspect of self, and they are just going along with it like it doesn't even faze them. They're like the Walking Dead in this group. I feel that one of the groups, are they Luciferians? I think that they are actually sounds so funny, but I think they're actually vampires too. I think that that's coming in, because this card is just vibing that way. I feel that they take that idea of creation, and that's why they want these aborted fetuses, and that's why they want to drink the young blood. I don't know what I can say on YouTube, but I feel like that's part of what's coming through, that they literally are able to create something that way to harness that energy. This to me is going to be the Freemasons, because this is really someone doing masonry. This is teamwork makes the dream work, and that's what they're doing. This is working together, quality people doing quality work. So to me, it's just like the Masons, right? They have to get those certain degrees to be able to keep continuing to go up their ladder. And I think that they're definitely front and center. And I think, there's always different factions, and I got to turn my fan on. There's different factions, and there's different levels of people that are involved in that. So David and Karen, thank you for your question. And I know that was a little long and involved, but I felt like it really needed that, because it's taken up so many people's minds. And so that's the energy around it. Wow. I'll tell you, this world is just not what we think it is. I just can't even imagine doing that. Oh my God, what a freak show. All right, next question. Hi, everybody. I think that's part of it for the borders. I just saw that. I think that's part of it. I think, yeah, it is bizarre. I think that's part of it, but I think that they're also part of the crime syndicate. It literally looks like they opened up all the jails from around the world, and they're coming up over the border. I'm from San Diego, and it was hideous. That's why I left. That's why I'm in Florida right now. And I love my home. I want to go home. But it was just horrible. Oh my God. They're letting these people through. They're not stopping them. They're not vetted. These are not people we want here at all. They are committing horrible crimes. Okay, so here we go. Next question. This is from Tony. So, Spring, I know you're here, and I've got your question on here because you pre-submitted. So the next one is Tony. And she says, hi, Alison, love your Taurus videos. You nail it every time. I've booked a reading. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Well, I find love before summer. Okay, let's go ahead and find out. I'm going to use a different deck because that one's just got Epstein all over it now. So I want to, I'm going to cleanse it really quick. Let me keep that over there. So let me get a different deck. All right, here we go. All right, so will you find love before summer? Okay, let's find out. We have Knight of Swords. We have Judgment and the World card. Yes, you will. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's a lot of naked people here, so let me do this. I need to get those stickers. I just am not in an area that has something like that. We have the Knight of Swords, Judgment, and the World card. I promise I'll get it. I have to do that. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Swords, the Judgment, and the World card. Knight of Swords, yes. This is about you really looking at your situation. To me, this is about you looking at truth. This is you quickly being able to size up the people that present to you that are actually relationship material. To me, this is you just using logic. There's no cup energy here. This is you really being in your head. You're really able to see and analyze who's for you and who's not for you on a very practical level. But you're able to do it very quickly. So this tells me that, you'll be able to see that right person when they present to you. Then we have the Judgment card. This is you really having a compassionate review of your life. You're looking at relationships that have worked and that haven't worked, and you're looking at the why behind it, because we're focused on relationships for this question. This is telling me that you're taking all of your life experience and your knowledge with you. It's a wake-up call. You're having revelations come in which tells me now you're going to be able to see some of these life lessons that you learn. Let's say now you're able to see some red flags in people and you're able to size them up really fast and know that's not the direction I want to go in. So that's what I want to say. So that tells me you're really going to have it come in fast. So will it be before summer? I think it will be. The world is also here. The world is how you present yourself. So this tells me that this is really important about you putting yourself out there. So that, again, right, it's that story. You're not going to find anybody when you're sitting at home, even if you're on your computer. Like, I am not a big proponent of dating sites on the internet because you need to meet in person to see if you have chemistry. In person, yeah, they might be fun over the phone or just typing, and then you meet in person and you're like, no way, that chemistry is just not there. Even if it is over the phone or something else, doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means you need to know if you've got that chemistry, right? You need to do that. So this is telling me it's how you're going to present yourself to the world. So doing the meetup groups, singles clubs, going out and doing the things with other people, going to parties, however it is that you're going to go and try and meet someone, or just putting yourself out there. This card is telling me this is you being prepared to meet someone at a moment's notice. So what do I mean by that? If you're going to go to so-and-so's kid's birthday party, this is you looking your best. This is you dressing nice, caring about everything about yourself. Not that you don't anyways, but to make that special effort, because that could be where you're meeting that person. To me, this card is saying every time you put yourself out there, you really need to be on top of your game, because you're going to be meeting a lot of people and one of them is going to be the right one for you, or maybe several. Maybe you end up meeting a lot of different people, but the energy is telling me that yes, but you do need to be conscientious of how you present yourself. Oh, I love that, Tony. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. Spring, I did. I got that. You're going to be coming up. I had a lot of people submit today, so I got it. You know what? You can put that. I don't know if you want to do this going forward. You can also put it on the Venmo. A lot of people do that like in the notes section, and they do that on PayPal too. So, but if you don't want to do that, then yeah, just say, excuse me, just say I emailed it to you. I don't know what is going on with my throat today. All right. Next question is from Barbara. And so what time? Okay, so let's do, you know what? This is a great time for us to do final call. If anybody's watching and they want to go ahead and submit a question, this is a great time to go ahead and start formulating it and then submit it. You can either send it to me or super chat. That's up to you. But this is a good time because we're about halfway through the show right now. All right. So this next one is from Barbara, and she writes, hello, Alison. I'm going through a messy breakup with my boyfriend. Did he cheat on me? What do the cards say? Okay, so let's go ahead and pull the energy for the cards. Okay. Did he cheat on you? Remember, I'm pulling the energy on that. We have the King of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. Okay, these two cards wanted to come out together. And we have the Seven of Cups with the Fool that came out together. So let me show you the cards. King of Swords, the Page of Wands, and then these two cards came out together. The Fool and the Seven of Cups. So to me, I don't think he cheated on you. I think that he just analyzed this relationship, because this is the King of Evaluation. And I think he just decided that he needed to move on. This is him just going in a different direction. And I think that this, you know, don't take this wrong, but I think that this relationship just wasn't for him. And I feel that he's actually, don't take this wrong, excited to be leaving. I think that this dulled him is what I'm getting, the energy. And he is excited and like to feel free. He wants a lot of excitement, and he wasn't getting this in the relationship. I think he has a lot of choices in front of him, good and bad. And he's just taking this leap of faith. He's doing something different. He absolutely wants to go in a different direction. And if it's a messy breakup, maybe it's, I don't know if someone, like if you're trying to hold on to him and he wants to go, but I would say just let him go. I don't know what the messy part is, but this is just telling me that he has already left that relationship. not cheating on you, but he's just on to something else that's going to bring him happiness. He's not happy in this relationship. He just looked at it and said, this isn't for me. And that's all that it is. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Doesn't mean he's a bad person. It's just not for him. He doesn't feel it. Barbara, I'm sorry about that. So that's what's coming through for you. So I send you lots of love and healing for that one. Thank you for your question. Spring. Okay, Spring, here's your question. So this is for Spring. Hi, Alison. Thank you so much for the Tuesday reading. Since Valentine's Day is coming up, how is the energy looking for me? Will there be romance for me or just fun? Thank you, and happy Valentine's Day to you, Spring. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day to you, too. I'm super excited. I don't have any plans yet, but I'm super excited. Here we go. All right. All right, so this is going to be for Spring. Let's pull the energy on that. Will there be romance or just fun? We have Knight of Wands. We have Six of Swords and the Four of Swords. I think it's going to be just fun. I think that we've got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So this is really telling me that I feel like you're going to have fun. Like you're going to rush in and do something, but there's some passion here, but it's not that cup energy where that overflowing with love, but this is definitely some passion coming in. Like you're on a mission. I feel like you might even be driving to meet someone that's a love interest, because this is a card of really fast movement, and this is the card of travel and relocation. So what's going on with my throat? So this might be one of those moments where you're actually going somewhere to have an adventure, to have fun, maybe a little bit of romance, but I feel like this is just based on fun is what this is kind of telling me, because this Four of Swords is there, and swords are thoughts, words, and ideas. So while we've got some passion, it's not cup energy coming through, it's intellectual. So I think that maybe it's maybe meeting someone and having like a beautiful conversation, having maybe that sparring back and forth, having that kind of excitement, and like a lot of intellectual stimulation, right? And sometimes that's hard to come by. It's really having that beautiful moment where you're bantering back and forth. That's kind of what I see. I do also see a little bit of alone time, maybe able to rest and relax and recharge with this energy also. But I think that if you want something, you're going to have to literally move and travel for it. Does that make sense? I hope so. Yeah, I love the cards too, Sherry. Yeah, I'm not doing anything right now. So I haven't had time, to be honest. I'm doing some crazy stuff. Good. I love it. All right. So thank you for your question. And I was just looking at there. So again, final call. If anyone's got a question, definitely go ahead and submit it now. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and give away some memberships tonight. So for anyone that's watching that's not a member, you might get a free membership. Just so you know, I have no control over that. Why is that? Come on, I'm trying to minimize that. There we go. I have no control over who gets it. It's random. It's like a lottery that YouTube does, but I get to, like if you bought additional memberships, because some people have done that. I know Ken has done that. I think Ruth did it one time. When you do that, hold on, you have no control whatsoever over who gets it. So let me go ahead and see what I can do for content. All right. Because then those people that are new, we can put, if you're watching live and if you sign off in the chat, the ones that get the membership, I can go ahead and, good, it's silenced. I can go ahead and add your name in the bowl and you might get a question. All right. So here we go. And I'm going to send 5 memberships out now. Okay. So it'll populate in the chat. Bill Cycle Rider, Izzy, Avocado Toast, Smoochie, and Oba Elimi, I think is how you say that. Okay, so you guys all got a free membership. So feel free to go back and binge watch any of the previous videos that were for members only, and definitely go ahead and enjoy it. So if you are watching live, those 5 people that just got it, because it goes to the people that are actually watching, then sign off in the chat and we'll put your name in the bowl. All right, so that's another thing. So let me get out of here now. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the questions. Okay, I know avocado toast, that made me laugh too. Actually made me hungry. I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Member shout out. So anyone that's a member, go ahead and say something in the chat. Hi, hello, whatever it is that you want to say. And we're going to go ahead and put your name in the bowl. And then I'll shake it up. And I will go ahead and, let me get this out of here. Okay, let me take everybody out and then see who's actually here tonight. And then we'll see who gets a question. All right, and moderators, I'll need your help. I know I'm going to go ahead and put you in now. I saw, okay. I'm going to have to do this before the show. Okay, there's Amanda. Spring is here. Ava. Oops. Sherry. Where's Ken? Where's Ken? Right there. Okay, there's Ken. All right. Toronto, I love it. You know what? I am going there this spring. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Amanda. I love it. Okay, so let's see if the new people are going to sign off. I don't know. Maybe they were just secretly watching. They don't want to say anything. All right, so if anyone's a member, definitely say something in the chat and your name will go in the bowl. All right, so here we go. I'm going to answer another question while we're waiting for people to sign off. Okay, next question. This is from Sergio, and he writes, let me put this over here really quick. All right, so he writes, hello, Alison. My question for Spirit, does my wife have an entity inside or around her? She is not acting herself recently. Thank you, Sergio. Okay, let's go ahead and find out. So let me get a different deck for that question. Okay. Let's go ahead and find out. All right. That's subtle. When that happens to people, it is very subtle. People think it's going to be something dramatic because of what they see on TV. And it's very subtle. All right, let's go ahead. I mean, it can be really dramatic too, but for the most part, it's subtle. All right, so this is for Sergio. So let's look at your wife. Does she have an entity inside of her or around her? We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 9 of Cups. And the Ace of Wands. So I have 5 of Cups, we have the 9 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So when I ask a yes or no question and I get an ace, that's a yes. So yes, she does, but let's take a look at the details around that. So we're looking at 5 of Cups. So this is the card of loss and bereavement. This tells me that something came into her when she was at a very low point in her life. She could be going through a depression, the loss of a loved one, a death in the family, a divorce. Well, it says your wife, but you know, maybe you had a separation. You know, I mean, I'm not saying you have, but I'm just saying it's that intense pain that really lowers your frequency, and it allows you to have a crack in your shield, and they can come in. They can come in if you don't have a crack in your shield, by the way. But to me, because this card is talking about pain, that pain opened up. You know, these entities are waiting outside bars also because you've lowered your frequency also, and they can come right in you. There's a lot of ways that they can do that, but this is telling me that this is a big fat yes, and that it's a powerful one, by the way, is what that card is also telling me. So yeah, she definitely has one in her, but it came when she was in a tremendous amount of pain. So think back to some of the things that she's gone through recently or in the last few years, depending on how long it's been in her. Maybe it's just now surfacing, but it's been in her a long time. Then we also have the Nine of Cups. This is the wishing well. I think that she wished for some additional help, but she got something that was different than I think what she wanted. But I think that she wanted some type of help in something. And I don't think that she was prepared for what came her way, because this is what came her way. And for me, again, this is a yes. And this is out with the old, in with the new. Something new came in her, and this is a passionate spark or new beginning. To me, that's a lot of energy that came in her. That is a powerful being that came in her. So yes, she does. You can get her cleared. It's not easy, and you want to find someone that's really legit. But yes, she absolutely does. And just want to say that while this is a wyvern or a dragon, we can use whatever word you want. You could even think of it as reptilian that's just come in. So I would definitely take a look at that. But I feel that she kind of called it in. It could have been through prayer or meditation. I feel she invited something in, like maybe she was asking for help in something. Like, you know, sometimes people do that. I'll do this if I can just get through this moment, or however they word it. And I think something came in. Wow, Sergio, you got your hands full. So I wish you luck with that. Thank you for your question. Okay, so next question. Well, first of all, let me come back over here to this. So is that it for everybody? No new members? No new members signed off? Okay, this is going to be a small pool then. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. All right. Oops, that just flew away. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, so everybody, who's going to be the lucky winner for tonight? It is, oh my God, Spring. You can't make it up. Spring, this is you. Do you have a second question you'd like to ask? You can go ahead and type it in the chat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to the next one to give you time to formulate a question, okay? So the next one, this is going to be from Henry from Montana, and he writes, "Hi, Alison. Love your Aquarius videos. I booked a reading with you. My son died in a hunting accident several years ago. Does he have a message for me? Thanks, Henry from Montana." Sorry for your loss. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm going to use the same deck. Okay, so your son died in a hunting accident. And we can go over any additional questions, by the way, since you booked a reading around this. It doesn't have to be just tarot and then mediumship, but we can do a lot of things in that hour. Okay, here we go. Does your son have a message for you? King of Pentacles, the Fool. Oh my God. And the King of Swords. Yes. We have two kings, but we have the lottery card. Haven't seen this card for a while. This is the King of Pentacles, but you guys know every tarot reader has their own unique relationship with every single deck. And for me, this is the lottery card. It's the King of Pentacles with the Hermit and all four aces. And then you have the Fool, and then you have the King of Swords. So two kings and the Fool. So four aces and the Fool, a lot of new beginnings coming in. He's telling you he wants to see you incredibly happy. He wants to see new beginnings coming in. He wants to see you really embrace who it is that you are and to really enjoy your life is what's really coming through. this is really that moment where he says that you really have everything that you need right now, and that this is just about you having the happiness come in. And we've got, that King of Pentacles. He's grounded, he's stable, he's secure, he has a lot of resources, and he knows how to use them. This is really telling me that he's able to tap into your energy from the other side, and he is trying to help you navigate through. I think he's giving you a lot of signs. So I think if he was shot in a hunting accident, this to me is not just the Fool in a New Beginning. This to me is the Hunt. I think that for me, this heart that's here, it's a play on words, H-A-R-T. To me, this is really saying that it sent him onto his next life path. It sent him into a different direction, sent him into a new beginning somewhere else. I feel that he is very content and he's very happy where he's at, but he wants you to be able to recover through this. I feel that you pretty much have come to terms with it, that you're not staying and you're not stuck in grief. I feel like you have gone through the stages of grieving. And that's hard, and I'm really proud of you for that, because that is very difficult. And this is telling me that he feels that you've had those dark nights of the soul, that Virgo energy. You've gone through all of that, and you've come out strong on the other side. It is behind you, but he wants you to be happy again, and that's part of what's coming through. Then we have all four aces. So you're looking at the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. You're looking at that Ace of Swords. He wants you to have a new beginning and clarity. He wants you to look towards your future, because also this King plans and prepares for the future. And he wants you to start going in that direction, to not be held up by everything that's gone on. I almost feel like he wants you to even move out of the house that you're in that has all those memories. It's like he really wants a big new beginning. Remember, that's the lottery card. So Ace of Swords, having that incredible clarity, these revelations, seeing several steps ahead, being a visionary, okay? A lot of evaluation going on. Then we have the Ace of Cups. It's that mind, body, soul connection. The Ace of Cups, we're looking at love, your emotions, your intuition, your connection to source. And this to me is not just your connection to source, it's your connection to your son who's on the other side. This is telling me that when you're in that flow of love and abundance, after you go through that pain and you leave the pain behind, and now these beautiful loving memories can come through, and you're able to come to terms with that and get as comfortable as you can with that. To me, that's when you're going to have this abundance and flow come in. And that's a couple of things. I think it's love from the other side. I think that it is you being able to be strong and to go forward in your own life. I think that it's a deep spiritual connection. I think your son is always going to be with you no matter where you go. I think that it's allowing you to also have a lot of peace that come in. A lot of peace is what I feel is coming with that. And I think that that's just going to be one of those moments where you just wake up one day and you just take that deep breath and you feel that shift that's taken place. Whether you've done that inner work or not, it's just, time is something that helps heal that. And I think that that is definitely something that is coming your way, is that beautiful feeling of peace is what I'm getting. Then we also have that Ace of Wands, out with the old, in with the new. I think it's out with that old type of grief. And he's saying that because he wants you to be happy. That's what that card keeps telling me. And it's really in with a new path. And it's a passionate path. It's for you to embrace something that you love, something that is near and dear to your heart. If he died in a hunting accident and you like to hunt too, and maybe that turned you off from hunting for a while, it's that moment where if you really and truly still love it and you want to do it, maybe this is you having a new relationship with hunting and you're going to go out and do it, but it's a little different now. And maybe your son walks with you as you're walking in the forest, right? It's that kind of moment, is that he's still there, that it's not taking your love of life. Or it could even be that maybe you don't want to do that anymore and you're going to do something different, right? So it's you choosing what is appropriate for you, but it's a passionate new beginning. It's something that you really can sink your teeth into and get behind. Then we have the final ace, that Ace of Pentacles, which is this King's ace, because he's the King of Pentacles. That Ace of Pentacles is about structure. It's about wealth. It's about career. It's about being grounded in this earthly realm. We're looking at housing. We're looking at relationships. We're looking at career, retirement. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on with my throat tonight. And then we're looking at travel, location, relocation, education, your health, finances, everything in this earthly realm. He wants you to be really happy, and maybe you need a new beginning in that. Golden opportunity. I don't know what happened to my throat tonight. And so it's that moment that he wants to see you expand. Again, one of the feelings that's coming through is it's almost like he wants to see you move out of your home. Like there's too many memories there holding you back, and too many things where what was comfortable before might be oppressive now. That's something that's kind of coming through. Again, then we have the Fool, a new beginning. You might see him out in the woods. I think his spirit and his passion is there, even though he died in a hunting accident. To me, what's coming through is he still loves it, and he doesn't want to take that away from you either if you still love that. He doesn't want you to like give that up if you don't have to, kind of impression. But he is definitely off in a different realm, a different dimension, and he's very happy. We also have the King of Swords, the King of Evaluation. He wants you to take a good hard look at everything, take in all the facts, take in as much information as possible, start connecting the dots, and really see what it is that you want to do. At the end of the day, the first card out is he wants you happy. He wants you to see what makes you happy. And sometimes, you know what? We get to these stages in our lives where we don't even know what makes us happy anymore because things change. So it's a reevaluation. What makes you happy now? Maybe it's just some freak thing. Maybe it's just travel. Maybe it is learning to play a musical instrument. Maybe it's doing meditation. Maybe it's going to a sound bath. You never thought you'd ever do something like that. And then you do it and you're hooked for a little while. And then you're on to the next thing. But it's something that you're doing that is going to bring you some happiness and peace. Wow, Henry, that's a long response because that lottery card is a big deal. So, so that's a beautiful message that came through. Thank you for your question. Okay, so we're going to go over here to spring. Let me see. I'm in love with the man in my life, not sure about his feelings. Can you tell me what the future holds for us as a couple? Okay, yes, I can. Thank you for your question. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at that. And I'm going to switch decks. Let me grab my love deck. All right, here we go. This is the Golden Art Nouveau. I love this deck. All right, here we go. This is for spring. We have Two of Swords. We have Four of Swords. And the Seven of Swords. Okay, we have a lot of sword energy that came in. We've got Two of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So what I see coming in is a lot of indecisiveness. I see that there's just something here that to go this way or that way, not really sure. So it's about kind of being stuck right now. There's not movement right now is what I'm seeing. Definitely not movement. Look, he's laying down and not going anywhere. This is a time to meditate on it and to really be reflective on it. There's a lot of thinking going on in this relationship. Then we have the card that's the Seven of Swords. This is the card of deception, something going on behind your back. This is really talking about, to me, that they are in, I feel like they're in an internal struggle and battle, and there might be something else going on around them. But there's a card of deception. They might be holding something back from you. And it could just be, not that it's malicious, but it could just be that they don't want to share something with you. It's very private, very personal. something that they're having to, like their cross to bear, something that they're having to work through. But this is something that is being hidden from you. So as far as the relationship goes right now, intellectually, I feel that there's a lot of stagnation that's coming in and not movement. Not movement. So I think that, you know, again, I pull energy. So as of right now, that's what this is showing me. Can that shift? Yes. If other actions take place in the future, if someone chooses to shift out of a situation, because right now they're not choosing. They're not choosing this direction or that direction. They're stuck. There's a blindfold on and there's a block in the heart chakra. There's also something from their past that's holding them back, and they are stuck. She is in a seated position. This person is laying down, stuck. So I don't see movement as of right now. Does that make sense? I'll check for your answer in just a second. Okay, so we have, again, final call for everybody. I've got a couple of questions that came in. Hold on just a second. I got timed out. Let me go back. All right, just a second. If I don't refresh, it times me out. Hold on. Okay. So I've got Linda. So let me click on this. Okay, so here we go. This is for Linda. Okay. Will my cat Cinnamon come back home? He has been gone 3 weeks, got out of his cage 6 miles from home, taking him to the vet. Thank you. Okay, let's find out. Okay, will your cat Cinnamon come back home? He's been gone 3 weeks. Okay. We've got the Knight of Cups, we've got the 5 of Cups, and the High Priestess. All right, so he wants to come back home. We've got the Knight of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and the High Priestess. So he wants to come home. This Knight is on a mission. He is just trying to figure out how to get home, but he's lost. He doesn't know where he's at. It's a card of loss and bereavement. He's incredibly sad, and he just wants to come home. He's trying to figure out how to get there on an intuitive level. He just doesn't know where he's at. I would put up flyers everywhere. I am not getting that he's passed away, but I am getting that he wants to come home. He's incredibly sad, and on an intuitive level, he's trying to figure it out. He does not know how to get back home. So again, put up flyers. I don't know if he's chipped, and to keep checking in places, check with shelters, but he does not know how to get home. Oh, but I'll tell you one thing. I am getting that he's alive. So that's good. Wow. Especially in this weather, how crazy. So you'll have to let us know for sure. Okay, so let me go back. Next question is from Sonia. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this up. Okay, Sonia says, what can I expect financially in 2026? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. All right. I'm going to use a financial deck for that. All right. So what can you expect in 2026? We have the 7 of Wands, we have the Knight of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. All right, so 7 of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. He's very feral. Well, good. Then I hope he has to be if he's going to be able to handle that weather. Those feral cats are tough. I love them. We have them in my neighborhood too, but I'm in hot as hell Florida, the opposite. So we have for Sonia, we've got 7 of Wands. Again, Knight of Cups and 3 of Swords. So Sonia, what I'm getting is that this is one of those moments where, you know, you're going to have to stand for what it is that you want. This tells me that you're going to have to protect yourself financially, actually. I feel that you're going to have to look at your budget and kind of stick to it. I feel that this is about you still being able to do things that you want to do, but you're going to really have to watch your spending is what I'm being told in 2026 for you. Because there's something about, there might be a hidden expense that's coming your way. And for example, like let's say you're buying a home and let's say you're in, I don't know, let's say you're in the 500,000 range, if there's even homes that cheap anymore. And it's one of those moments where you find out, oh, well, the home you actually want is 600,000, slightly out of your budget, but you're going to go for it anyways. That is you really being on a tight budget to make that happen. And that could even involve then at a later time, because you want it so bad, getting a roommate. Even if you're a married family, maybe you set something up where you've got one room or a garage conversion for a few years to get that extra source of income coming in. That way you can pay that mortgage down and then maybe, you know, restructure that loan. I can't think of the word off the top of my head right now all of a sudden, but you know, where you go ahead and, oh my God, I'm losing the word, but you know what I'm going to say, where you go ahead and do that to get a lower interest rate. So refinance. So then we've got this 3 of Swords, because this is telling me that this is the card of loss, which means you're going to be healing from it. So maybe you're following an investment and you have a big loss that you're going to have to heal from. Or maybe you're healing from a past loss in cryptocurrency. Maybe you had to file bankruptcy. Maybe there was a loss in an investment. Maybe, you know, this year is going to be wild. And one of the things that it's going to be wild on are our finances. Maybe they convert the money system this year. The astrology is saying that, but let's see if that actually happens, right? Because we have so much manipulation going on. Gold, silver's manipulated, cryptocurrency is manipulated. There's a lot of things that are going on in the world right now. So let's see if that's what's coming in. But this just tells me that for you to really watch it is what I'm getting shown. And I just want to show you there are no pentacles here. Pentacles are the cards of your finances and wealth. So this is talking about what's going on around your finances. So again, you're going to have to fight for what it is that you really want and stay on top of it. Because if you falter is what I'm getting, and you know, still do what you love, but stay on top of things. Because if you falter, again, that could also be something that's painful coming in for you. I hope that makes sense, Sonia. Not trying to scare you, but this is the energy that's coming in. And you're not alone. It's coming in for a lot of people. Thank you for your question. All right. Let me go back to Venmo. I got timed out, I think. Let me refresh. Yeah, I got timed out. Oops. Okay, and here's one from Amanda, and she writes, Alison, my fave day of week. Oh, thank you. I love it too. Oh, thank you. I look so good in green. I need to know if you have any messages for me in regards to my future. Okay, let's go ahead and find out. I'm going to use this deck. I love this deck. So let's see. Any messages in regards to your future? Actually, I just got a hit on this one. Let me go back to this. All right, let's find out. So I just got a hit that you need these rich colors coming in, so hold on. And the energy off this deck. Here we go. We have the Death card. Don't be afraid of the Death card. Let me explain it. The Hanged Man and the Eight of Wands. Oh my God, I love this deck so much. Okay, we have the Death card, the Hanged Man, and the Eight of Wands. Oh my God, is this beautiful or what? Death card. Awesome Scorpio energy, change and transformation. This is literally you making a conscious effort to release what no longer serves you. Anything that's holding you back, any obstacles, this is you releasing it, pushing through it, not letting it have power and control over you. This is you literally leaving things behind. That is beautiful, especially as you're going into 2026. The Hanged Man, you're getting a different perspective on things. This is one of those moments where you're gaining a lot of enlightenment about the choices that you're making. I think as you're releasing things and you're looking at things differently, I think you're feeling a nice shift come in your life, and this is coming in for your future. Now, these are major arcanas. That is a big sweeping energy that takes place over months and years. So it's not like this is going to be here for a couple of weeks. This is going to be here for a while. This is a process that you're going through. A lot of release is coming in. I always say it because I think it's huge for people. Declutter. When you declutter your physical environment around you, you're also decluttering your mind and how you perceive your life. If you are surrounded by dirty dishes and dirty laundry and things pile up, it doesn't make you feel very good. But when you stay on top of it or clean it or have like maybe a designated day, hey, every Saturday morning from 8 to 12, we clean the house. If you have a family, everybody's got their assignment. Sounds funny, but when you do that, it makes it easy. That is teamwork makes the dream work. Makes you feel good. And it looks good, and everybody had a part in it. And I just feel that this is kind of what this reminds me of, is that this also involves that kind of declutter, but it involves a declutter of the mind too, and emotionally. And I just feel like you're releasing a lot of baggage that you're carrying around. This is going to lighten your heart and lighten the load, this burden that I think you're carrying around. I think you'll have this feeling of being reborn. I do feel that it's coming down to perspective. I think that this is you making a conscious choice. I choose to move forward. I choose to move on. I choose to see the beauty and the benefit that this has in my life, right? You're choosing these things and you're benefiting from it. And I think you see that when I do this, the result is that. And when you start seeing that in perspective and you can pull back and have that big spectrum, that wide aperture, to me, that is you having a growth process through all this, because the Eight of Wands is here. These are gifts, blessings, and omens coming in, and they carry very important messages. To me, I feel like when you do this type of release, important messages come in. This could be you getting, intuitive guidance on what it is you want to do with your life. Who do you want to be around? Who are you? What do you want to do? What makes you happy? Right? I just feel like a lot of beautiful things come in when you declutter and start making these shifts happen. You see this transformation take place, and it's beautiful. Just want to show you, these are beautiful butterflies, right? So we've got these caterpillars. So this is a quick transformation into the new you. So to me, that says the minute you start putting the work into it and you start seeing it and that transformation takes place, it actually is fast. But it comes down to what it is that you're choosing to do. That's what's coming in for you. A lot of beautiful things, gifts, blessings, and omens. This is a very, very fast moving card. Wow. Amanda, how beautiful is that? Wow. And remember, I always ask for your best and highest good to come in. I do that in my meditation before I even turn on the YouTube. So beautiful for everyone tonight. All right. Yeah, it's just, you know what? It's just one of those things that you go through. I think once that starts to take place, I think that it's something that you embrace, this discovery of self. And I think there's a lot of beautiful things, a lot of new things coming in for you. I think once you start making that transition, all these doors just start to open up, things that maybe you didn't consider and things you get to try. See if it's for you. If it's not for you, that's okay. You just kind of gave it a try and you just keep going until you find your happy place, until you find your home. I think it's some beautiful energy coming in. I love this card. I know when people hear the death card, especially they're new to tarot, it really scares them. But this change and transformation to me is really what this life is about, to have a great life. It's us constantly evolving and becoming the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be, and to not rest on that. We keep trying to perfect ourselves, but I'm a Virgo, so that's what it's, a constant work in progress. And I think that that's beautiful because we are multifaceted, and that allows us to continue moving forward. Thank you, Amanda, and I love having you as a moderator. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. You know, my mom used to do that and I hated cleaning. Oh my God, I hated it. And then she's like, well, what do you like to do? And I'm like, well, I like to vacuum and I like to do laundry, and I still do. So I got to do those jobs. I hate dusting. To this day, I hate dusting. So she did that. But it's kind of like, you know, you gotta see what you can get done. All right. So no more questions. I'm going to go ahead and, what do we have? We have, where is it? Oops. All right, so we have one from Angie, and she writes, hello, Alison. Does my husband have a message for me? He died in 2020 from cancer. Thanks, Angie from Tennessee. Okay, let's go ahead and find out. Does your husband have a message for you? And then I'm going to do the reading for the collective. Here we go. All right, so this is for Angie from Tennessee. We have the King of Swords, we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So he is a very practical man. We have the King of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is really telling me that he wants you to think very long and hard on something that you are working on. I think there's some big decision that's coming in for you, and he is saying he wants you to not make a mistake. He's not trying to scare you, but this is the message coming through. He wants you to compile as much information as possible and really sit with it. This is the King of Evaluation. He wants you to look at the truth behind it. If you don't have your clarity, don't do anything. Don't make a decision, because this is telling me that you don't have clarity right now. This is the Two of Swords. She's blindfolded. She's got her heart chakra blocked. These are decisions, and you're not moving, you're sitting. This tells me he is saying that you don't know what it is that you want to do, and you need to give him that information, because as of right now, you'll probably, no offense, there's a 50-50 chance that you make a mistake and that the one's the right answer. You might have things from your past that are coming in, and to me, that is a clear-cut sign that it's actually the death of your husband that is causing a blockage. And so when you have the death of a loved one like that, it really gives you PTSD, that overwhelming feeling of grief, and it can last a long time. You know, everybody grieves differently. I know when my dad died, my God, I felt it for 10 years. Oh my God, I could not shake it. It took me a very, very, very long time. I do not recommend that to anybody, but I was young when he died. So if you are older, it should take a couple of years, but we're not taught how to grieve in our society. So it's kind of like, you know, if you can find a counselor, a grief counselor to help you work through that. They might have nice techniques, the different stages of grief. And once you start learning more about that, it makes it easier, I think, for you to go through the different passages. But when you're just left on your own, it's very difficult. And I feel right now, that's where you're at. It's very difficult because I feel that you don't know what to do. And I feel like you're second guessing yourself a lot. And he's asking you to sit with things, to not make a rash decision, and to not have counsel around you. I feel there might be pressure from other family members or friends to try and get you to do something that benefits them and not you. Or they're pushing you, excuse me, in a direction that they think is good for you, but it's not. So he's wanting you to be very practical. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. Well, all aces are gifts and blessings from the universe and their new beginnings. This is literally a golden opportunity. Pentacles are wealth. It is opportunities coming in. This tells me that he wants you to look in a new direction. I think what you're looking at right now and you're sizing up, maybe that's why, because you just don't see it as a good choice. It might be one of the choices, but you're not seeing it so much as a good choice, and that's why there's pause. He wants you to wait and look for a good opportunity that's coming your way. I think you'll know it when you see it, but you still always have to do your research and really look at the big picture. So he's got a very practical message that's coming in for you. There's no cup energy here. It's swords. He's really calm, cool, and in control from the other side. So that's the voice of your husband that's coming through, Angie. All right, sending you lots of love. Thank you for your question. All right, everybody, that is the last question for tonight. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to do the reading for the collective. All right, so let's see what the universe wants to tell everybody today. All right. So thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Now let's go ahead and see. All right. Oops. Hold on. All right, here we go. We have, oh my God, how beautiful. We have the Star card, and we're in Aquarius season. We have the Three of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Okay, let me put my hands over this. Another naked person. All right, we have the Star card, Aquarius. We have the Three of Wands, and we have the Seven of Wands. All right, so that's Star card, and we're in Aquarius season. If you are Aquarius, you have just shown up in this reading in a position of strength and power. This is your time. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of exuberance that's coming in this reading. There's a lot of action and energy. We also have the Two Wands. So this is really telling me with the Star card, like I'm getting this. So the definition of this card is hope, faith, healing, and renewal. I think that this is your time to really have some hope with what it is that you want to do in your life, whatever that happens to be in any arena of your life, whether it's a spiritual connection, whether it is a job, a relationship, getting a pet, your finances, your health. It's something about you having this beautiful type of hope. It's almost like a type of reinvention of self. I think it's also about you really coming to terms with who you are as a person. Right? Seeing that naked truth of who you are and embracing that aspect of yourself, looking at the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. You're embracing yourself, warts and all. And that is empowering, because then no one can take that away from you. No one can say something to hurt you. You're very secure in who you are, and you just move forward. And I think that is very empowering for you. I think that you're also tapped into this ability right now to get a bird's eye view on what is going on in the world and in your life right now. And you're able to put that in perspective. And that's something that's really helping you get this type of North Star that's coming in, this guiding light. So I do feel that this is going to be that type of renewal of self, but you're also on point to create something spectacular for yourself. Again, whatever that happens to be in any of those arenas. Three of Wands, this is the card of manifestation in the tarot. So for everybody out there, again, that star card's not just for Aquarius, but I think it's extra powerful for Aquarius. That's for everybody. This Three of Wands is about you manifesting in what it is that you desire. Stay focused, stay on point, tap into your energy, and keep putting it out to the universe. You also take action along the way. Wands, we're looking at your will, your determination, your focus to really make something happen. What are you passionate about? What do you want? Right? This is you doing it. To that one, I'm so bad with names. Linda, you want your cat, right? This is you putting it out to the universe. You want your cat back. This is you putting pictures out there. This is you, getting in touch with shelters, vets, feral groups, letting them know that that's your cat, right? Whatever it is that you're doing, that you're really passionate about getting Cinnamon back, this is that moment where you're putting it out to the universe and watch what happens. Listen, I have to say this. I'm a master manifester, and someone has been out of my life for almost 2 years. Saturday, and I've been manifesting and focusing on this. Saturday, I got an email from them. I'm just saying, when you focus and you put that in there, watch what presents, what the universe does. It's divine timing. There's free will. There's other things at play. Remember, I'm pulling the energy. There's other things that have to take place too to make this happen. Then we have the Seven of Wands. So this is you defending your position, standing your ground. When you decide what it is that you want, what your belief system is, this is you unbending and staying on point, not letting someone push you around, or to not push you around, but it's one of those moments where you're not letting them be a distraction or to push you in a different direction, right? This is you staying focused on what it is that you want and what it is that you desire. You're willing to fight for it and even be defiant at times for it. You're very passionate for what it is that you want. And this star card, what it is something that is incredibly, incredibly beneficial to you in your life. I feel healing you in your soul with that star card. Wow, everybody. If you want some depth in your life right now, go for it. And I'll tell you, the way the astrology is lining up, I'm not an astrologer, but the people that I follow and when I look into it, wow. Get ready for a rock and roll year. It's going to be wild. Epstein files just dropped. Look what's going to happen around the 17th of February. Oh my God, things are going to get even weirder. And they're just going to keep going that way throughout this whole year. So really get yourself stable and secure and just be ready for more crazy things to happen. All right, everybody. That's what I have for you for today. If you could, as always, please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and definitely leave a comment, not just in the chat, but at the end of the video. That really helps out the algorithm. And thank you to everyone that's been hyping my videos. Thank you. And what else to tell you? I've got a sale going on. If anybody would like to go further and book a reading with me, definitely go ahead and take advantage of the sale. Link is in the description below. It'll take you to my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com, and there you can go ahead and book a reading. All right, everybody. Moderators, you are awesome. All the people here are awesome. We have such a beautiful community. Thank you, everybody, and new members. All right, everybody. Sending you guys lots of love. Bye for now.